are we? Today we are talking about why your coaching offer isn't selling. So the big question, I get asked it all the time. It's definitely a question I've asked myself in the past. Why isn't my coaching offer selling? It can be, just the most soul-destroying thing for a coach when you have poured so much love and thought and attention into a coaching offer, whether that be a digital product or a coaching program or a one-to-one coaching offer, and it just doesn't sell. Like, you feels like you try all sorts of different things, but the coaching offer just doesn't sell. Now, the good news is you can actually easily identify the reason why your coaching isn't selling, and you can actually take steps to fix it. So if your coaching isn't selling, let's just make this very, very clear. If your coaching isn't selling, it doesn't mean that you're a shit coach. It doesn't mean you're not good enough. It doesn't mean you don't know enough. It doesn't mean you have nothing of value to give. No, it doesn't mean any of those things. If your coaching isn't selling, 10 to 1, it's down to one of the 6 reasons I'm about to give you. And I'm going to go into more detail in one of the reasons. Now, before we dive in, I just want to add as well that I'm actually doing a 6-part completely free 6-part coaching email experience where I'm going to actually go into more detail for all of these 6 areas, which are the things why your coaching may not be selling, helping you to identify if that is the thing that's keeping you stuck. Because let's face it, if your coaching isn't selling, you're stuck. Help you identify if that is the thing that's keeping you stuck and making your coaching not sell, and then also giving you some really, really good, practical, easy tips, tricks and tactics you can use to get over that kind of hurdle and move yourself to a place where your coaching is selling. So I can see we've got some people joining. I can't actually see who you are, so let me know in the comments that you're here. Give me a little wave. So let's dive straight in. So the first reason why your coaching might not be selling, so number 1, is that you could be selling the wrong solution. Okay, that's number 1. That's the first reason why your coaching might not be selling. You're selling the wrong solution. And this one is the one we're actually going to go into more detail in today. So if you think that could be the reason why your coaching isn't selling, definitely stay tuned, because I'm going to be helping you with this. And then I'm going to give you the other 5 reasons why your coach might not be selling, but I'm going to give you more detail with those in the email that I'm going to be sending out. So I don't know if I didn't say actually. So if you do want to receive the email, that 6-part free email coaching experience that I'm giving you, in terms of giving you all the detail as to why your coaching might not be selling, comment below that you want it, or drop me a message. So the second reason your coaching might not be selling is actually your own belief. Oopsie. Your own belief. So as I said at the beginning, if your coaching isn't selling, it doesn't necessarily mean, well, it definitely doesn't mean that you're a bad coach or that you don't have enough value to give. But a good reason why your coaching might not be selling is you don't have enough belief in yourself as a coach, in your abilities, in your value, in your skills, in the transformation that you can deliver. You don't have enough belief in that. And that will come across in your offer, in the way you message your offer, in the way you market your offer. I've been there, so I know. This can be a massive stumbling block, especially for new coaches, and especially I think when you're starting out, when you've got no proof, like no one's giving you loads of feedback. It's maybe a brand new program. No one's told you it's fabulous yet. So you're just kind of going on a bit of a wing and a prayer. So your belief in yourself and in the value and in the offer itself can definitely be a reason why your coaching offer isn't selling. The third reason is your ability to demonstrate the value you are offering. Your ability to demonstrate the value you're offering. this can be tricky, you know, being thrust into this online business world, which is what has happened. You know what I mean? You're a coach, you're being called to coach, you love to coach, you want to have an impact on people's lives. Like, I get it. But you're now, to do that, to get there, you have to create this powerful online business that's going to be the vehicle to shine that light out amongst all the people who need the transformation you can deliver. So you need this really, really strong business to help you do that. And one of the parts of building that strong business is knowing how to demonstrate the value that you can offer as a coach. So not demonstrating the value, not demonstrating the return, the transformation, the results that people are going to get strongly enough could be a reason why your coaching offer isn't selling. Reason number 4. Again, oh, this is such a biggie. Your messaging is off, you know? Like, you just can't quite get to the nub of it, you know? And I know that, like, for so many of you, like, creative, and actually a lot of my clients are brilliant writers, by the way. A lot of my clients are such beautiful, brilliant writers. And I think that actually, as a coach, you probably are, because you're probably channeling from your heart so much that whatever you write is like really beautiful, and you can write really beautifully. And, you know, so a lot of my coaching clients are really, really good writers. But marketing copywriting is a different kind of writing. And it's a skill that you have to practice, you have to learn, you have to put stuff out there, see what works. You know, there are, I don't know how many messaging frameworks that I teach in the Business of Coaching Academy that are literally like template frameworks that my coaching clients can use to get their messaging right and to make sure it hits home every time. This can be one of the most challenging things to get right, but actually it's something that's really quite simple to solve. So it could be that your messaging is off, you know, and then again, this goes back to demonstrating your value. It can also be tied into your belief. So your messaging being off can be tied into these things. You know, if you don't have enough belief in it, how can you sell it with your messaging? If you're struggling to understand how to demonstrate the value, how can you put that in your messaging? If you're selling the wrong solution, newsflash, no amount of message is going to help. That's just the truth. Because if this is off, like, all of this stuff is like going to fall on deaf ears. So this is why we're going to cover this one today. But yeah, messaging is a huge one. You really need to practice and master attraction marketing messaging in order to get your messaging working right. And obviously your messaging goes on like your sales page, your website, every single freaking social media post you put out there. I mean, my God, as online business owners, we have got to crank out so much bloody content. It's absolutely insane. And if you're putting all of that time and effort into cranking out content, but your messaging is off, you're not able to demonstrate your value, you're not believing in the message, you're selling the wrong solution, like, you're just wasting your time. You're banging your head against a wall, and it's going to be so hard for you to sell your coaching offer. Number 5. This is another huge one that I see all the time. And I think this is something that specifically plagues new coaches. There's no simple client journey. There's no simple client pathway. And by that I mean a lot of coaches think that they just have to have one-to-one offer or just one offer. And what they're failing to see and what they're failing to create for their clients is a simple pathway to go from here to here to here to here, depending on how much they know, like, and trust you, and how much you've managed to get all of this stuff right. So you need to give your community easy ways low risk ways to work with you, to figure out what you're all about, to test you out a little bit. Expecting anybody who's kind of new to your community to go from zero to your high ticket offer, it's just not going to work. You know, a lot of the people who I start working with in the Business of Coaching Academy have one high ticket offer that isn't selling. They're putting all of their coaching eggs in one fragile coaching basket, and no one's taken any eggs out, because there's no easy way for clients to come on with you. There's no easy way for clients to try with you. And this takes us to our next thing, our next point, the risk versus reward. Okay, we are going to be focusing on this in just a moment, but the risk versus reward is an important one for you to really kind of get your head around. So if you've got a, what's that called? A seesaw, and someone is here, and someone is here, right? This is your client, and they're trying to weigh up all the time. So this is the reward, and this is the risk, right? And your client's constantly trying to weigh up, right, what's the risk here? If I invest with this person, what's the risk versus the reward? What's the risk versus the reward? You know, if the reward is obviously outweighing the risk, and by risk I also mean their time, their investment, their financial investment in you, their energy. You know, we've all got a finite amount of time and energy, you know, and so people need to know that they're going to get the reward if they invest in you. So risk versus reward. So these are the different things that I'm going to be providing a free 6-part coaching email series about, going into detail on each of these things and helping you with some tools and tactics that you can simply put into place for yourself to overcome these, if these are the reasons why your coaching offer isn't selling. If you want to get those emails from me, just drop a comment in the comments box, or message me after, and I will make sure you're on that email list. But now we're going to go into selling the wrong solution. Okay. Right. So this is a fundamental reason why your coaching might not be selling. You're selling the wrong solution. So before we kind of dive into this, there's something very, very important for you to understand. Whoopsie. Don't sell coaching, right? Nobody wants to buy coaching. Nobody wakes up this morning thinking, oh, yeah, I really want to buy some coaching. People don't want to buy coaching, they want to buy the solution, right? So if in your messaging you're talking about selling coaching, that's not what people want to buy. So don't sell coaching, you've got to sell the solution. But if you could be selling the wrong solution is what we're focusing on here. So if you put yourself in your client's shoes, okay, that's your client. And where your client is right now is they've got a problem. They've got a problem they don't want, right? Whatever their problem is, they've got a problem they don't want, right? They've got a goal they don't know how to get. They've got a problem they don't want, they've got a goal they don't know how to get, and they're probably confused because they don't know what's not working and they don't know how to fix the problem they've currently got. So the fundamental thing about creating coaching offers that are actually going to sell with ease and flow is making sure you really, really, really understand what your client's biggest problem is, what their biggest goal is, and what they're confused about. Now, all of this that I'm telling you today is actually going to help you create that messaging, demo the value, get that belief. It all ties into each other. So once you've done this kind of client niche work and you understand the problem, the goal, and where they're confused, it's your next job to identify the gap, okay? The gap between where your client is now, not happy because I've got a problem, got a goal they want that they can't reach, and they're confused about how to get there, and where they want to be. Right? So what you're wanting to do with this gap thing here is identify and demonstrate that your offer, your solution is the bridge that's going to get them there. So if you're selling coaching, that's not going to cut it. You need to understand what this is here, where they are now, and where they want to get to. And then this is what you sell. You sell the bridge between where they are now and where they want to get to. So where they are now is that pain, that problem, that challenge, that fear. And where they want to get to is their aspiration, their goal, their desire, and their ambition. So once you've figured this out, what do you do? And this is the next piece here is a piece that I think a lot of coaches are missing as well. And it's about educate. And not just educate, but educate with emotion and desire. Okay? A lot of your clients are not happy. Not happy now because they've got this problem, they've got a goal they can't reach, they're confused, but they maybe don't know exactly why they're here. They don't really know why. They know there's discomfort, they know there's pain, they know there's fear, but they can't really identify why. So part of your job in all of your messaging is to educate them why they are here. So it's the what and the why of their pain. What is it? Why are you there? You've got to educate them as to what is going on with them, because a lot of people just don't know. And then really, really importantly, in terms of emotion and desire, you've got to paint this beautiful picture. Oh, beautiful picture, you know, trees and sunshine. You've got to paint this beautiful picture of where they can be. You've got to help them visualize it. You've got to help them see it, believe it, feel it. You've got to paint it so it's crystal clear. They can taste it. Because guess what? The more you do that, the more the reward starts to outweigh the risk. You've got to paint that picture. But it all rests on this, guys. It really does. It all rests on doing the client niche work, understanding your client at the most molecular level. You know, you've got to know their pain, problem, and challenges they're going to face before they even face them. Because if in your messaging you're starting to talk to problems that they're only just starting to realize they've got, or in your messaging you explain something in such a way that they realize that's the problem, they're much more likely to want to work with you. So when you think about like what I just did in that first flip here, where I'm like, these are reasons your coaching might not be selling. If you're watching this and you're like, holy shit, I never ever thought that this could be one of the reasons why my coaching isn't selling. Sally is here telling me about this. I didn't even realize that could have been my problem. If Sally's got a solution to offer me to help me fix this, then I want to work with her. You know, so that's one of the things that I'm doing here. I'm educating you as to what a problem could be, so you know what and why you're facing the problem you've got now, why you're not reaching your goal, and why you're confused about the next steps. And I'm saying this is the way. I'm offering you this beautiful path. You know, follow me on the bridge of happiness. And together we'll get you to this future you where your coaching is selling and you're making money and everyone is happy, you know? So that's a very, very quick overview of how to figure out if you're selling the wrong solution. go back to your client niche work, look to see what your client's biggest problems and pains are. If you don't know, ask. A simple thing that I get a lot of my coaching clients to do is to put a thing out on their Facebook or whatever and say, I'm looking to talk to a few people who fit this criteria to really understand what you're going through right now, so I can help serve you and I can create things that are going to serve you the most, and in exchange I'll give you a bit of coaching as well. So it's like a bit of a quid pro quo coaching explorations discovery session, if you like. Or put polls out on Facebook or LinkedIn or wherever it is that you work and ask people. Go into Facebook groups and look for discussions that are happening where people are saying, yes, I'm facing this issue, I'm facing this issue. Fundamentally, you've got to be 100% sure that you are offering the solution your clients actually need, and that you're communicating it in a way that makes it really, really easy for them to see you're building a bridge between where they are now and where they want to get to. And if they work with you, you can help them get there. So as I said, I am going to be, I've put together a 6-part coaching experience email, which I'm going to be sending out to my email list for free over the next sort of week or so. I'm going to be going through all of these 6 problems in more detail and giving you some very, very specific, easy tactics, tools, and systems you can put in place to overcome these challenges if these are challenges that you're currently facing. So if you do want to get those 6 emails from me over the next week or so, drop me a comment or drop me a DM with your email address. I'll make sure you're on my email list. I hope you found that a bit enlightening today. Obviously, I can't get into a huge amount of detail, otherwise we'll be here for ages, and that's not the intention of these quick coaching diary videos. But I hope you found that useful. Comment below, let me know if you think any of these things are the culprits for why your coaching isn't selling. If you want help from me in fixing this stuff, in creating coaching offers that are going to sell, that are going to appeal to your dream client, maybe fixing what you've already got, reviewing what you've already got and figuring out how to fix it and make it better, tighten things up, you know, in terms of belief, value and messaging. Let me know. This is all my sweet spot. This is all the stuff that I do for my coaching clients. I'm a business marketing and mindset coach for female coaches. So if there's anything I can do to help you on any of this stuff, just literally take that one little step, guys. Seriously, don't sit there confused, upset, like don't be where your client is, basically confused, upset with a problem and a goal you want to reach and not knowing how to get there, because I can help you get there. So yeah, chat to me if you want any help with this stuff. Let me know, comment below or DM if you want to get these emails. There's going to be a lot of really, really great information in there, really high value how-to information to help you get your coaching selling. So I hope you guys are having a really, really great day. I hope you've enjoyed this session and I will see you later. Mwah. Bye.